Hi, good evening, everyone. Let's call this public hearing together tonight. Mike, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Vyers.
Here.
Commissioner Schobel.
Here.
Commissioner Morrill.
Here.
Commissioner Me.
Here.
Commissioner Fry.
Here.
Commissioner Kelly.
Here.
President Hodgkinson.
Here. This is a public hearing to adopt our budget and appropriation ordinance for the period beginning January 1st, 2016, and ending December 31st, 2016. The first thing we're going to discuss is that ordinance, and Mike, I'm going to have you give us the review of that.
Certainly. The budget and appropriation ordinance public hearing was posted in accord with state statute in the Daily Herald newspaper. I believe it's 7 to 14 days in advance of the hearing, and of course posted at every park facility. In summary, Ordinance 2015-10, which will be acted upon pending the closure of the public hearing this evening on December 9th, 2015, is entitled An Ordinance Making a Combined Annual Budget and Appropriation of Funds for the Wheaton Park District for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2016, and ending December 31st, 2016. In short, we will just review the larger points. The estimated cash on hand at the beginning of this fiscal year, January 1, 16, is $19,548,844. Cash expected to be received during this fiscal year from all sources is $36,692,913. The estimated expenditures contemplated for the fiscal year are $40,149,096. The cash expected to be on hand at the end of fiscal year 2016 is $16,092,660. The estimated amount of taxes to be received by the Wheaton Park District during fiscal year 2016 is $17,459,557. And that pretty much rounds it out. As you know, we have a budget column, we have an appropriation column, which tends to run 20% higher than the budget column, primarily for unforeseen circumstances between areas and funds and categories. I do not see any public here this evening. I would yield the floor back to President Hodgkinson.
Donna, are there any people who signed up to give public comment tonight, or any inquiries? Okay. Commissioner comments?
Move to close.
All right. Second?
Second.
We have a motion by me and a second by Morrill to close the public hearing. Is this a roll call? Roll call.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Schobel?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson.
Yes. All right. Let's call the regular meeting of the Wheaton Park District together for November 18th, 2015. Let's see. You go ahead and take the roll again for that, please, Mike.
Commissioner Vyers?
Here.
Commissioner Schobel?
Present.
Commissioner Morrill?
Here.
Commissioner Me?
Here.
Commissioner Fry?
Here.
Commissioner Kelly?
Here.
President Hodgkinson.
Here. All right. Is there any community input for the Park District meeting? Okay. Thank you, Donna. The consent agenda.
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
So we have a motion by Morrill and a second by Fry to approve the consent agenda. Ray, do you want to go ahead and read what the consent agenda includes?
It includes the approval of disbursements in the amount of $1,274,270.42 for the period beginning October 14, 2015, ending November 10, 2015, and the approval of our previous meeting minutes of October 28, which was a special meeting, October 21, which was our regular meeting, and October 17, which was a capital budget workshop meeting.
Any questions, comments, or additions? Or
We did have some corrections that came in advance of the meeting. They were phoned in to Donna. We made those corrections, emailed them out to the board. You may have seen them, and your corrected copy is in front of you. So we're up to date.
all right. Roll call.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Schobel?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson.
Yes. All right, moving on to unfinished business. Our first item is the approval of the lowest responsible bid for the general obligation limited tax park bonds, Series 2015E, from the Wheaton Bank and Trust at a final interest rate of 0.95%.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay?
You want to include the exact dollar amount?
1 million.
Takes place under the
The
ordinance.
next one.
Okay.
Okay. Are we going to have any comments about this at all?
We
From
have
our advisors from Spear
Dave
Financial?
Phillips and Anthony Maselli with Spear Financial with us today, and they've been a frequent visitor here, and we've done a lot of good work with our municipal advisors in the last 3 months, saving the taxpayers a lot of money, and I want to thank Dave and Anthony for their efforts. Dave?
Good evening. Good to see everybody. And we took bids yesterday for the limited tax park bonds. We received 2 bids, with a second bid from Park Ridge Community Bank at 0.97%. So a very tight bidding group, but it's great to see Wheaton Bank and Trust as the lowest responsible bidder. Just as a refresher, that you have the 2010 alternate bonds that will be paid from this source of revenue. You'll be using about $570,000 of these proceeds as that source of repayment, and you'll have about $1,017,000 of capital money. The refunding that you went through with the 2015 C and D created about $133,000 more of capacity, and that rotates back down for the increase in the capital budget. But open to answer any questions you might have. It's great to be able to offer this and have such great participation. It really relates back to the working relationships that you have with Wheaton Bank, that they step forward and are aggressive. I will say we do about 40 of these non-referendum limited tax park bonds in the fourth quarter, and this is the lowest interest rate that we have seen on these rollovers. So that's a reflection of your working relationship with the local banks, and very aggressive.
That's great. Any comments or questions?
Good job.
Yeah, very good job. Did we have a motion on this?
We have a motion, a second, ready for roll.
Okay. All right. Roll call?
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Schobel?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson.
Yes. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Anthony. That's really great. All right. The next item is Ordinance 2015-06, an ordinance providing for the issue of approximately, and this is a change from, I believe, the packet that you have, to $1,600,705. General Obligation Limited Tax Park Bonds, Series 2015E, for the payment of land for parks, for the building, maintaining, improving, and protecting of the same, and the existing land and facilities of the district for the payment of outstanding bonds of the district, providing for the levy of a direct annual tax to pay the principal and interest on said bonds, and authorizing the sale of said bonds to the purchaser thereof. So does everybody have that change? $1,600,705.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Morrill and a second by Vyers to approve. Questions and comments?
We do have Linda Given from our bond counsel, Chapman and Cutler, here with us again this evening. And Linda, if you have any comments, that would be great. I think Dave covered it. But again, our relationship with bond counsel has been very positive, and they do a wonderful job of making sure that Rita and I stay on course with everything it is we have to do related to this debt. So thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda. Any other questions or comments? All right, we have a motion on the floor. Roll call?
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Schobel?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks very much.
Dave and Anthony, you're free to go, and I think you have documents already signed. And Linda, we have to, yeah.
Thank you very
leave that
much.
encyclopedia, and we'll get to that tomorrow.
Thank you
very
so much.
for all your work. All right, number 3, request approval for the executive director to execute a 5-year professional services agreement and 5-year lease agreement with Martin Whalen Office Solutions for the acquisition of 10 Xerox multifunction devices, the buyout of current lease of 9 Canon multifunction devices, and a service plan at a cost of $5,075.50 per month for 60 months, with a total cost of the machine lease, buyout, and service plan, $304,530. Cost per copy over meter plan of 1.2 million black and white copies, and 354,000 color copies is .0055 cents per black and white copy, or the same for...
No.
It's actually .055.
.055, excuse me, for a color copy. Do we have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
We have a motion by me. Second by Schobel to approve this. This has been reviewed in our committees. Any questions, comments?
No, just a comment. Thanks to the staff, for a fairly comprehensive process to get us where we need to be here.
All right, roll call. And we'll be expecting some kind of hoop and hollering coming from the staff after this is approved.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Schobel?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson.
Yes. No need to go to the adjacent park districts to get your copies made anymore. All right. The next item is to request approval for the executive director to execute a 5-year professional services agreement with Martin Whalen Office Solutions for a full-service meter, toner, and service plan for 12 HP LaserJet desktop printers at a cost of $261.08 per month for 60 months, with a total cost of $15,664.80. Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved. Let him have it. Second.
We have a motion from
That's
Byers and a
simultaneous.
second from Schobel. Any discussion? All right.
If I might make a comment under discussion before the roll call. Our partner, Martin Whalen Office Solutions, has done a wonderful job working with staff to reduce our expenses. And as an example, I just want, for the record, to indicate that in 2009, our annual expenses for multifunction devices, service plan, desktop printers, their service plan, total copies was $125,000. After beginning to work with Martin Whalen over the last 4.5 years, we've just signed, we've reduced that over those years, and you've just signed a lease that will total an annual cost of just over $60,000. So we have cut costs essentially in half, and I'm real proud of the work that staff has done. It hasn't been easy, but and I'd like to congratulate Martin Whalen on their outstanding partnership with the Park District. It's a very, very big deal to be able to cut those expenses in half over that brief period of time.
Good work.
Okay. Roll call.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Schobel?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Next, under new business, we have a change order for Scottdale Park Path Project. Do we have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second.
Amount of $12,685.82.
Okay. Questions, comments? Buildings and grounds, anything to say? Yep. Okay. All right. Roll call?
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Schobel?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson.
Yes. All right. Next.
Anybody second that motion?
Yeah, Bob.
I did.
Bob did.
Next, we have an approval of expenditures in excess of $10,000 and under the bid limit of $20,000 for the approval to pay 75% of gross ticket sales over $19,681 to JBR Fundways, Inc. for the carnival rides at Causley Zoo.
So move.
Second.
So we have a motion by Morrill and a second by me to approve this. Any discussion, questions?
I was out there several times when it was functioning, and it got a lot of attention, so I think it's a good thing.
It's really noticeable on Gary when you drive
Yep.
by, too. Yeah. Okay. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right. Baseball and softball equipment bid awards.
Jane, can you read all of those?
Whoever makes this motion, read
Well, wait a
those.
minute. You've been doing all of that so far.
Well, I just do the ones with the big words, so.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think we need to read it.
Okay. This is a lot of bids here.
I think you can dispense with reading them in detail.
I move that we approve the bids for the baseball equipment as outlined in the athletic department's memo of October 30th, 2015.
Second.
So we have a motion by Kelly and a second by voices over here, by Schobel, to approve all of the bids outlined in the report from Mary Beth Clary, Brad Keene, and Ron Ellenboss. Any other questions?
We do have Mr. Ellenboss in the audience today, as well as Mary Beth, and I didn't see Brad, but I'm sure any questions that arise between Ron and Mary Beth, they'd be answered, and I would like to thank Ron for adhering to my direction that he shall never retire. Thank you, sir.
I thought Ronnie was here for another award, yet another one.
All right.
The Ellenboss Gateway Park.
Yes.
All right, let's have the roll call vote on this.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
Commissioner Me.
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
Commissioner Schobel.
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
President Hodgkinson.
Yes. Next, we have multiple bids on the Arrowhead Turf Chemical Bid Awards. Is there a motion so we
Make a
can...
motion to approve the bids as outlined in the November 12th, 2015 golf course chemical report.
Okay. Second?
Second.
So we have a motion by Schobel and a second by Fry to approve all the bids outlined in Justin's report here of November 12th. I have a question. Justin, I know this is really a dumb, naive question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. How much of our chemicals are any of them environmentally safe? I mean, are we...
All of them.
They're all safe. Thank you very much.
I just want to say that
I hope you knew
I've played a lot of golf courses this year, and all the comments I've got from people who have played Arrowhead is exceptional shape, and the greens are fantastic. You did a great job.
Thank you. I'll pass it on to staff.
Nice work, buddy.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you so much. All right. Is this a roll call? All right, roll call. Let's start.
Commissioner Kelly.
Yes.
Commissioner Fry.
Yes.
Commissioner Me.
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill.
Yes.
Commissioner Schobel.
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers.
Yes.
President Hodgkinson.
Yes. Are we down to reports from staff? Okay, reports from staff.
Under reports from staff, I believe we've included some information that we've had our municipal advisors put together concerning the City of Wheaton's proposal to extend and expand TIF 2. Obviously, it's a great deal of very small font data, and I would be happy to review it with any board members independently who would wish to. The bottom line is these scenarios that I've created with the municipal advisors to share with the city and the school district are in line with the board's direction to indicate to the city, which we have done in writing, that while the park board has no interest in seeing TIF 1 extend, which will terminate at the end of this year and yield a tax increase with the frozen increment gone for TIF 1 beginning tax year 2016. The TIF 2 proposal for extension and expansion geographically, the board was willing to discuss with the city the possibility of doing so if there were mutually beneficial agreements made concerning the results of that extension and expansion. And as an update, the city manager and the assistant city manager and I are sitting down tomorrow to review these figures and some that they've come up with as well. So I will advise subsequent to tomorrow.
The day camp report, are there questions about that?
I did. I don't know if Megan's here or not.
Megan's
He's there.
right here.
One of the things that keeps coming up through your report, and I guess it's suggestions for improvement, was communication.
Right.
What communication are they looking for?
They're looking for daily emails from staff. So we're trying to condense those and trying to get the information out. That's why we started the website and having all that information up there so that they can access that. If they could, every parent would like an email personally about what their child has done for the day. So that's why we put up schedules. And I try to be as detailed
How
as
many
possible.
children are in the program?
We have 2,144 kids in all of our camps over
And they
the state.
expect you to have a,
Some do.
Email each one of them?
We try to be as communicative to them as possible. But as you all know, having kids yourselves, that it gets very busy at camp, and we can't always do that on a daily basis. So that's why we created the website, and that's why we have, all of that stuff up there.
So, Megan, are you steering them to the website
Yes.
constantly? Is that what you're doing?
Constantly, yes. Newsletters, schedules, parent manuals, all the lunch program, everything like that.
Well, out of survival, I guess you're going to have to keep that up, right?
Yes.
It looks like, our summer camps are still going strong.
Yeah.
And are there any that are faltering to the point that we need to reevaluate? I saw just a lot of good numbers here.
Yeah, we've had some problems over at, back years ago, we had Adventure Playground over at the Boy Scout cabin, and of course, that was fort building, all things like that. Once we redid around the cabin, we were no longer allowed to have that camp like that since we were growing native again and got rid of the non-native species. So it's been a struggle to kind of get that going. This year, we'll be turning that cabin over to the Lincoln Marsh for them to program out of there, and then we'll be adding more sessions to our other camps to accommodate those. Also, Good Times over at Seven Gables has kind of been a struggle over the years because we do not have an indoor shelter there. So it's kind of one of those things, and a lot of, like KinderCare, Chesterbrook, a lot of the outside of the community uses that beautiful playground there. So it becomes overcrowded. So my main concern this year was moving Good Times over and putting them together with Black Hawk. So we will be offering both those. It will be under Black Hawk for the coming summer, but we will be offering all-day and half-day sessions, AM and PM, over at Black Hawk to accommodate those. And that way we have an indoor facility over there. It's our only facility besides the community center that's air-conditioned, so it's a welcome from parents.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like our numbers of involved kids and our revenues increased. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. Good. Thanks.
Mark?
and one of the things you referenced on one of the things I think was Camp No Name. What are the age groups for that one?
Camp No Name is grades 1 through 5, so 6 through 11 and a half years old.
Okay, and they said inappropriate stories. I'm assuming that was scary stories or something.
Well, it's scary stories. It's you're putting first and third grade, first through third with fourth and fifth. So that's why we try to break them up as much as possible. And when we do our specific classes, we do grades 1 through 5, and then we do classes with 4 and 5. That way we try to keep them separated. But of course, we do lunch together, and they are also down at the pool together. So there is areas where, we have an older brother or sister, telling stories to the younger kids. And, that's why whenever we hear anything at camp, we try to let parents know. Because as you all know, when kids go home, if we don't tell them first, then the fish is this big at first. And then by the time we get home in the next morning, it's this big. So we try to head all that off as much as possible. But again, some things, we don't hear about until the next day.
Ray?
Very good report, Megan. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to congratulate you on getting the American Camp Association's accreditation again for Camp No Name, Black Hawk, Mean Green, Camp Illini, and Awesome August. Very good. I hope we really promote that well. Let people know that we're accredited.
Megan, I was surprised about the comment about science. Like, didn't somebody make a comment there was too much science at one of the camps?
Yes, it's just one
I'm
of those
shocked.
things.
I'm
Yeah.
shocked in Wheaton that comment would come up, but go ahead.
Some camps, it depends on the kids who we have at camp. It could be a huge group of boys who want to be, athletics and do a bunch of sports, and they don't want to do the science, or it could be, it all depends. It changes from session to session. So.
Nice job.
Any other comments? Great. Thanks, Megan.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Department reports. Want to go down the line? John, do you have any comments?
I just have a couple comments on the Kazoo report. Number one, I like the letter of appreciation that came in about the Bobcats backstage program passes. I had a chance to do that with my kids, and I would say anybody who's got kids or grandkids or even adults would enjoy being around those beautiful animals, and then watching staff and the level of professionalism they display in interacting with those animals, adding to their daily lives with interesting activities, and also getting them conditioned so that they can take shots and other treatment from veterinarians. So I think that's something that everybody should experience at least once. The other thing is, and I believe this is Andy Bendy's idea, was the idea to have feeding available for the ducks and chickens, which turns out in 2015 earned about $24,000. It's a pretty good idea, and I was going to say that's not chicken feed, $24,000. So, all right, with that, I'll quit.
Can you say that here?
He just did.
Can we strike that from the minutes? Can't unring the bell.
All right. Anything else? Mark? Ray?
The Kazoo Master Plan, scheduled for January 13th, the presentation of it. Will we get it beforehand?
You will, Ray. Yes, absolutely. It's a presentation, and it's also a feedback session, so it makes sense for that to come to you in advance so you can read it and digest it. And
just getting it then. Okay.
Yeah, but there's no finality to that. It's just a workshop, right?
well, we're looking for feedback, final feedback from the foundation board members who were not involved in the process, and as well as the park board members concerning the content. And subsequent to that, we would like to finalize the document.
After that workshop.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's an input session, and it's also a presentation of what's been done to date. A lot of foundation and staff expertise went into creating this long-term plan, and it's important to focus on the term long-term plan for the zoo into the next couple of decades. It's going to something you're going to be very impressed with, and we look forward to presenting it.
Okay, any other comments? All right. Okay, I just wanted to mention one thing. It doesn't concern the department reports, but I did want to note that the Park District's first senior director died this week, Mary Lubko, and she was hired in 1970, I read in her obituary, and she said that changed her life. And I printed this from Hultgren's Funeral Home. As director of the Senior Center, she took great pride in keeping her seniors active. She managed to keep them thinking young with such sporting programs as bicycling, volleyball, hiking, softball, cross-country skiing, tennis, bowling, and golf. A variety of other programs were also offered to the seniors. Mary said her motto was, "Wheaton has been a great place to grow up, but let's make it a better place to retire." So we want to convey our condolences to Mary Lubko's family.
She was a very nice lady. Worked with her a lot.
Okay. We are going to have a closed session tonight, and so we need a motion to go into...
Move to recess to exec session under... Where are we at here? Which one are we under? All of them?
If I may, I'll I'll just add 5 ILCS 120/2C1, C5, and C11.
There you go.
Need a second.
Okay. So we have a motion by me and a second by Morrill to move into closed session. I do not believe we will be coming out back into open session later on. Then, we'll just adjourn. But
Well, if you want formal action on the 2 items listed, which would be the raised pool issue and whether or not
we
the
will be
employee
coming back
premium.
into open session.
I made the move.
Yeah,
motion
we will
for
come out
recess.
and
Okay.
I believe take some sort of action if the board is willing.
Okay, then let's go into the roll call then for that.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Schobel? Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Fry?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
President Hodgkinson?
Yes. Are we going to go into the...